Unwritten Rules. Episode 1. The Disconnect. It was the first day of senior year at Westbridge High, and the air felt heavy, like a storm was about to break. Humira stepped out of the school building, the gray clouds above matching the uneasy feeling in her chest. The first day should have been full of excitement, but all she could think about was how much had changed, especially when it came to Saman. It was hard to ignore the fact that he was now part of a gang, the loud, chaotic group of boys who ruled the school. As Humira made her way down the crowded hallway, she couldn't help but glance at the back corner, where Saman stood, laughing with his friends. They were the center of attention, teasing each other and making everyone else roll their eyes. He was so different now, more distant, more arrogant, and it was becoming harder to even recognize him. "Do you ever wonder if he even sees you anymore?" Meha asked, nudging Humira as they walked past the gang. Humira paused, watching Saman's back as he chatted with Farhan and Junaid. His laughter rang out, carefree and loud. "I don't know," Humira replied quietly. "It feels like he's not the same person anymore." Meha raised an eyebrow, her sharp eyes seeing through her friend's hesitation. "I think you're still holding on to something that's gone. He doesn't care. Not like you do." Humira's heart ached. She didn't want to admit it, but Meha was right. Saman didn't care, not the way he used to. First period. History class. The sound of the rain started lightly tapping against the windows as the bell rang for class. By the time history class began, the storm outside had grown stronger, and the dark clouds seemed to reflect Humira's mood. She sat quietly, trying to focus on the lesson, but all she could hear were the sounds of Saman's gang causing trouble in the back of the room. "Come on, Mr. Carter. This is history, not nap time." Farhan's voice echoed across the room, earning a laugh from the rest of the group. Humira felt her gaze shift toward the back. Saman was sitting there, leaning back in his chair, surrounded by his friends. He was laughing, joking, completely ignoring the lesson and completely ignoring her. She looked out the window, the rain now pouring down in sheets, as if the world outside understood her discomfort. It was as if everything she had hoped for had come crashing down, just like the storm outside. Flashback. A few months ago. Humira remembered the last time she and Saman had really talked. It was after school, just the two of them, sitting at their usual cafe. The place where they used to hang out after long days of school, talking about everything and nothing. "I'm just saying, things are different now," Saman had said, staring at his phone, not meeting her eyes. "I've got the guys to hang with. I can't keep doing everything with you, Humira." Her chest had tightened. "But we're friends, Saman. We've always been friends." He had shrugged, his tone cold and detached. "Yeah, well, I'm not really the same anymore." Humira had tried to hold on to their friendship, but it felt like he was slipping further away with each passing day. Present day. The bell rang, pulling Humira out of her thoughts. As she gathered her books, she caught a glimpse of Saman, still laughing with his friends. The rain outside had intensified, darkening the sky, making everything feel even more distant. She hesitated, watching him for a moment longer, before turning away and walking out of the classroom. Lunch hour. By lunch, the rain had turned into a downpour. Humira and Meha were sitting by the window, watching the storm rage outside. The cafeteria was loud and busy, but Humira couldn't stop thinking about the look on Saman's face earlier. He had barely noticed her. "You can't keep waiting for someone who doesn't care, Humira," Meha said softly, her eyes on her friend, not the storm outside. "He's not the same guy you knew." Humira pressed her lips together, fighting back the lump in her throat. "I don't know if I can let go. What if I'm wrong? What if he does come back?" Meha shook her head. "You can't keep holding on to someone who isn't even looking at you anymore." As the rain beat harder against the windows, Humira felt something inside her start to shift. Maybe Meha was right. Maybe it was time to stop hoping for something that wasn't coming back. End of Episode 1.